Something pretty cool just came in the mail. Welcome back to David Does. If you're part of like the travel EDC community of like passport wallets, all that fun stuff, you know what I'm about to show you. It is the new Flight Fold from Maurice Moves. I wanted to unbox this with you and give you my first impressions. I'm going to show you what I've been using up until this point and why I'm so excited to give this thing a shot. And to be fair, this is literally my first impressions. I just grabbed this thing out of the mailbox and we're going to open it up right now. First of all, pretty good minimal packaging. Not bad. I forgot this came with a couple patches, so I'm super excited about that. Oh, you know what I gotta do? Hold on a second. Okay, quick little shout out to my buddy over at Pocket Theory Suds. He has a really fun YouTube channel. You should check him out. This is one of his patches. All right, first impressions. Very smooth exterior. I love these pockets here. Let's see if one of my favorite writing utensils, the double-ended Sharpie, fits. And it does. Okay, that to me is one of the best writing options if you do all types of work, because you got your Sharpie, you got your felt tip, you can pretty much do anything you need. Of course, if you're traveling, maybe a ballpoint pen is more appropriate for that. Okay, back to this thing. Boy, it is very nicely built, at least from the outside. Very lightweight too, nice and smooth. I don't think this is going to get caught on anything. Let's open it up. This is right here, actually. This is one of the big reasons why I bought it. So it opens up in like a landscape format. Look at this thing. So here's what I've been using. This is the Flow Fold by another company, and I bought this because it's like semi-waterproof, super thin. But one of the little issues with it is it opens like this. So you do have to fold things like tickets, flights, your papers you pick up while you're traveling to make them fit inside of here. Where this, it has this huge opening right here where it kind of keeps things flat. Now, of course, it may get a crease from closing it, but at least it's going to be easy to get to. So let's go ahead and load this thing out here. Of course, we got the good old-fashioned Blockbuster card, a totally real ID, Suica card. If you've been to Japan, you know how useful this guy is. My Bank of Gringotts card. Running out of cards. An extra T-Mobile SIM card. Ah, look at this. So I always lose things. I never lose things like a wallet because I know how important that is, but added benefit, has a little slot here that you can put an AirTag. It will make it a bit thicker, of course. That's the big downside with AirTag. Apple, if you're listening, you need to make your AirTags thinner. Maybe a couple coins. You know, if you're traveling, you could throw some coins in there. Let's go ahead and throw some passports in here. I got a British passport. We'll slide in there. Got my US passport with a Pikachu overlay on it. Okay. Pretty good. You know, they fit pretty well. My extra passport here with the little Pikachu guy over top of it, it's too thick. I need to pull that Pikachu piece off of it. Okay, now let's see if it fits normally. Yep. Oh, learning on the fly. I am pretty sure you're supposed to put your second passport on this side. That makes sense. So one passport here, one passport here. Got this little extra slot for whatever you want. I bet a Field Notes notebook would fit real well in there. Maybe traveler's notebooks, like the inserts themselves. If I open this drawer back here, you're gonna think I run a traveler's notebook factory. I have enough inventory probably to supply my whole neighborhood of notebooks. But enough with that. So this is the other thing. It opens up in a landscape format, and it's got these dividers here. The idea is you can put larger currencies inside of here and have a little bit more organization. Of course, you have this like front to back organizer, but because of how wide these individual components are, that's like 4 different currencies you can keep track of. So maybe USD here, yen here. Then you have 2 other countries worth of currency you could put below here, just on the left and right side. That's pretty slick. Of course, this thing is RFID blocking, which is a good thing because all passports these days do have a type of RFID in them for verification. There seems to be some sort of plastic backing in here. That's nice. You know, it will keep things from getting crushed. Now, the one thing I was concerned about was how big it will be when it closes after you load it out. And I think it's going to be fine. Let me go ahead and zip this up. And let me go ahead and pop off this information tag. All right. Compared to my Flow Fold, I mean, almost exactly the same size, height and width-wise. This guy's a little bit thicker. So if you're going to put this in your pocket, it's going to take up more room. But the trade-off is, of course, you're getting more room for storage. And I think Maurice did a really good job of making this storage useful. Everything on the inside is for secure things. And of course you have two little quick access pockets on the outside, a little piece here where you can put a ring to attach it to maybe the little key ring holder inside your backpack so it can't just be slipped out and taken away without you knowing. This past year I went to Japan and I went down an insane rabbit hole of trying to find the best passport wallet, and at the time it was this Flowfold for me. I really prioritized easy pocketability, a few cards, and maybe a little bit of water resistance, and this met every single need. I went through Japan for quite a few weeks with this thing and never had an issue. It was always by my side. At that time, I looked at almost every other option at the market, and this one was just an idea, right? It was just a Kickstarter project, and it's just now coming to fruition. But it was this one or Bellroy, in my opinion, at that time. Bellroy makes incredibly high quality products, and I almost went with them, but it was just outside my price range for something that, I was just going to try out. I really ended up liking this. If you're in the market for passport wallets, I think you should check out the Flowfold, Bellroy. And I think if you're okay with a little bit of a larger passport wallet, this is going to be a really good option for you. I think Maurice did a really good job thinking through this. He did an excellent job with the Kickstarter. I've backed a lot of projects, and oftentimes they'll be delayed. You'll never hear anything. Maybe you'll hear from them like a year later. He was on top of it, keeping everybody up to date. This thing came on time. It showed up today. I'm super happy with that. So props to him on that. And also props for thinking through such a good design. There are a lot of bigger passport wallets on the market, and this is actually fairly slim compared to all of those, and you get a lot of features for this. Additionally, this thing wasn't all that expensive compared to a lot of the other options on the market. Whenever I backed this, it was about $59 USD. I don't know what this is going to be whenever it launches to market. If it's anywhere near that price range, I think this is a pretty good option. I think that positions this wallet here in a really good spot. It's not priced out at the highest end of the market like Bellroy, but you're getting a lot of these good features, and you have somebody who really does a lot of traveling who built this. At least in my mind, that makes me feel a little bit better. I've been following his content for years, and of course, he seems to be a very trustworthy guy. Anyhow, I know this wasn't a super long video and it wasn't super in-depth. I just pulled this thing out of my mailbox and I wanted to share it with you. So if you have any questions about this thing, put it down in the comments. I'll do my best to get to everybody. Overall, I'm happy with this. I think this is money well spent. Thanks for watching and subscribing to David Does.